Hey, everybody, and welcome to week 8. I believe it is day 46 for a year of thinking magically. It's that time of year when so many gatherings of friends and family and loved ones and co-workers for the holidays can either result in a great time and joyful reconnecting, or could end up in what we call agita for the entire event. And so today we're going to talk about what I like to call mind over matter, the holiday strategy. More on that when we come back. And good morning. Welcome, Ellen, and welcome to everybody who's watching. If you're watching this show for the first time, my name is Dr. John Michael Salvato, and you are watching A Year of Thinking Magically, a year-long masterclass that we do for folks who want to make a single mind shift every single day that leads them closer and closer to living their fullest and best version of life. And so if you're watching for the first time, we encourage you to please like and subscribe. Make sure that you click on the little bell icon if you're watching on YouTube so that you know when we upload new content. And we do these for the most part Monday through Friday every single week. And we're glad that you're here. Be sure to comment and join in on the conversation too, because this is an interactive program. And for those who are part of the Year of Thinking Magically Masterclass, it's really great to be back live with you guys. As you can see, there have been a couple little differences in my grooming, and that is this horribly messed up facial hair that happened when I decided to try some darker henna than I ever used previously. And I looked like I had a Halloween costume on when I was done. So the beard and mustache is gone, and I'm going to probably stay with gray hair from now on. So today what we're going to do is we are going to talk a little bit about the emotional upheaval that can happen during the holiday season as we are put into situations we might not otherwise be in, situations where there are gatherings of people that we might not normally socialize with. And that can be especially difficult when those people are members of our own families or coworkers or loved ones that we haven't seen all year. And so what I want to do is in just a moment, come on in. What I'm going to do, so Craig's just getting back from getting some new glasses, and today's theme is going to be mind over matter. And when I say that, I always say that tongue in cheek, but really I want you guys to think as we start this 8th week of our program that we have that choice of really learning to express our anger, our frustration in ways that are healthier. And when I say that, what I want to encourage you to think about doing is two things. The first is a little bit easier than the second. And this is going to be something I'm going to encourage you to work on all week. The first is learning to express your anger in that moment in short little bursts, because anger that's kept within us does damage to our immune system. It does damage to our mental state. It steals our peace, robs us of peace, and can be quite toxic down the road when that anger just reaches a boiling point and explodes. So when you're angry, when you're frustrated, learn to let that go in the moment. Express it. You have a right to that expression, and don't let anybody feed you this toxic positivity nonsense that says you're not entitled to be angry, you're not, that's too negative and you can't do that, and that's just nonsense. So just let that go. We're not going to waste any time discussing that. Just let the anger be expressed in a healthy way. And that's the second part. That's the part that's a little bit more difficult. And that is when we allow ourselves to be really present in the moment, we can always find a way to express that anger in ways that are less hurtful. Because when we're angry, when we're hurt, I know personally, the tendency is to react. The tendency when you are hurt, and that's all anger is it's a fear-based pain that you're experiencing that makes us uncomfortable. And when you're hurt, you want to hurt back. It's a strike back sort of reflex. And the thing that I really work on personally, and sometimes successfully, sometimes horribly not successfully, is learning to respond from a place of love. And when you respond from that place of love, you realize that you really don't want to hurt the other person, that that's just a reflex reaction. And so you breathe into that moment and then allow yourself a few minutes, some space, some time. It doesn't mean you're not expressing that anger. It doesn't mean you're not aware of that anger, but it means you're choosing to let that anger be expressed in a healthier way. And it's not just healthy for you, it's healthy for everyone involved, because that mind over matter is where we learn to go with our gut. We learn to go with the better sense of knowing that there is a way to understand one another without creating more tension, without creating more hostility. And so that's the challenge for you today. On Mondays, we always like to start with a mindset focus that can be carried through the week. And then the rest of the week, we build on that theme. So today, we're going to make a decision, a conscious choice to stay more rooted in the moment during these holiday gatherings. And when someone says or does something that's hurtful for us, be willing to express that, but express it from a place of gentleness. Gentleness can be firm as well. You can set your boundaries and say, I'm sorry, I can't accept that, or that's very hurtful, or that isn't fair, or that isn't true. And how that person chooses to respond is ultimately none of your business. That's their baggage, that's their drama. But if you come from a place of being firm and kind, and don't decide that you're going to lash back when they respond negatively, or when they respond childishly, or when they respond unfairly, you've already spoken your piece. You've already said that was hurtful, that wasn't true, that was harmful, that was not acceptable, and then let it go, because you've spoken your piece, you've spoken your truth, and now it's your choice whether you're going to allow somebody to steal your peace in that moment. So take that into the week with you guys. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful holiday season and staying safe out there on the roads and safe out there in family gatherings. Hello, Deborah and Ellen, and there's someone else here who said good morning who did not log in, so I have no idea who that person is. We don't ignore you guys intentionally, but we have to ignore you when you don't follow directions, because it doesn't tell me who you are. So whoever the person after Ellen and before Deborah who said good morning, good morning. And to everybody who's watching on the replay, I hope this has been helpful for you as well. And as we say at the end of every day, return to the present moment. Fill that present moment with awareness. Fill that present moment with a desire to be able to be understood, as St. Francis once said, to be understood as to understand. And always remember that the best is yet to come. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.